Oh, wait a minute. It's down here. Down here might be where we need to go to get to our cave, actually, so that's kind of cool. What a strange place the Ulcers Plateau is. But here's the cave I was looking for. Is this going to be a mine full of smithing stones that can assist us? I feel like the answer is yes. Standard cave entry down the side wall. One of these times they'll just put a honking great enemy on the side to ruin my day. But they haven't so far today. Also no treasure though, which is a shame. And the Ulcers Tunnel. Not the most surprising of names. Maybe when we get to 40 Vigour, we'll switch to Strength until we get to like 30 Strength, and then we'll go 50 Vigour, then 40 Strength. Because we can't ignore Strength forever. Wait a minute. Are you those shits from the academy? You are? Motherfucker. Come here, you. Mages down here. It's not what I was expecting. But we'll deal with it. And we've got smithing 5. Cool. Now, you want to be once, I think. Good. So it seems you can either two-hand your weapon or you can dual wield, and either way it will work out nicely for you against these lads. Now, beware of right, you say. Nothing on the ceiling? I think you meant left, my friend. Although even then, wary is a bit much for that. These snails aren't much of a threat, it seems. Right, so side routes can now be ignored on the next run through once we inevitably die. Good to know. For a minute I thought this was like a giant smithing stone. Just I imagine dragging that back to Hugh and just being like, is this one of those dragon ones that you were talking about? House ahead. Certainly is. There's more of these awful buggers. Should probably get a bow at some point so we can deal with them without issue. A proper bow, I mean, not just this everyday longbow. The Marionette Soldier bird helm. So, yeah, the Marionette Soldiers, I guess. Somebody thinks they've seen us and they can fling magic in our face. How do you lads feel about backstabs? You don't mind them all that much. But then we do follow it up with a charge and that almost gets you. Oh god. I say almost gets you. Almost gets me. Right, what's going on? You. Oh god, jeez. I've forgotten which way the entrance is, so we'll try this way. And that's kind of worked out nicely. That lad really wants us dead. But somehow we survived all that nonsense. Lovely stuff. Now, you are mining crack crystal. Oops, we accidentally picked up your crack crystal, so now you're pissed off at us, probably. Yeah, backstab, then jump attack is enough to nobble them. Good. Monstrosity and precious item that way, that's fine. Now you've got a smithing stone, so yeah, we do want you dead. So many routes. Hard to say which way might be progress. But that looks like a boss door. Which would be curious, because we basically just got in here. Beaten to a pulp required a head, therefore try two-handing. So, yeah, it's a boss door. Is that a Crystallion? Yes. Is that two Crystallions? Maybe. Could be a good time to try out the old crystal darts, if we've got any. Because I gather that these will aggro enemies of certain types into fighting one another. Let's see if this is going to work. Doesn't seem to be working just yet. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be working. So, guess we might just try beating to a pulp instead. Good, that's one of them cracked. Oh, Jesus Christ. Ah, son of a gun. Okay, so whoever told me crystal darts will frenzy these lads was just either wrong or maybe they're not working because we've got no int. I don't know. This is why I don't use consumables a lot of the time, because that just didn't do shit for us except distract us. Got a nice navy hood though. Picked that up earlier, didn't we? That's better than the XL hood. Looks rather fetching. But it does also get in the way of the scabbards, so back to the XL hood, I think. Maybe we should just keep away from the spear one and smash up the ring one first. Oh yeah, and also maybe we should have summoned one of our crew. Who have we got? We've got the ancestral follower, haven't we? Yes. Although this guy is just going to keep doing this. So, Yep. Right. Quick sup. Good. At least we're distracting the other bugger. That's the main thing. Yeah. Right, one down. Good. Now it's just a fight against you, who we know how to deal with. More or less. Although I'm failing miserably to dodge anything here. Oh god, jeez, that was the worst. And just jumping attacks for the win, really. Yeah, Crystallians. Not so bad. Somberstone minus Ball Bearing 2. So that will let us buy Somberstone 3 and 4. So somewhere down the line we've missed Somberstone 1 and 2, I guess. Well. I mean, that was useful. It's good to know that it's here. And we've got another level. Be nice at some point to get a greatsword that uses Sombers, but we're not there yet. So I guess we can explore the rest of this now that we've got that. But yeah, I'd like to get an above ground grace point. I don't know why. It's just mildly more convenient than having to come up from that lift every time. So let's go for a little jog around this lower area. And hopefully not lose our level's worth of rune. Because there is a tower of some sort over to the west. There's also another of those lads. Oh god, and an ambush. Oh no! Wait a minute. That guy's ambushing the woodfolk. It's kind of cool. It's just a regular old knight though. So yeah. Might get death blighted. I don't know if he can. He's certainly getting wrecked. Nice try, lad. I guess they can't be backstabbed. But they can be staggered. Although it didn't look as though it did a great deal. Yeah, there is a sight of grace. Good. Couldn't avoid the buggers forever, I suppose. But yeah, definitely more to explore in those caves at some point. So yeah, we can buy Sombers 3 and 4, but we can't buy 1 and 2. So they must be elsewhere. Dungeet's probably got nothing much of interest to say.
I asked you not to disturb me.
Yeah, he did ask us not to disturb him, so we'll leave him be. Now, did we get enough stones to upgrade our swords a bit more? There's very little difference between the two swords now. And because the claymore's slightly shorter, I might switch the claymore to be my primary sword. And then the Lord Sworns can be my secondary. Yeah, that feels nice. Now, Roderica. Let's have a look. Where's my rats? There they are. We haven't got enough Grave 2s to upgrade the rats anymore. Bloody hell. Definitely short on all sorts of crafting materials on Wes. But for now, let's bob back and say hello to Corin again. What's up, friendo?
Ah, you appear to be doing well. Very good. Well then.
I found Gold Mask.
Do you sport with me? From your description, it can be no other than the Gold Mask himself. Of course, I knew he would be close by. Bless the Golden Order and its benevolent rays, and to you too, my sincerest thanks. May the Golden Order shine through you.
Lovely stuff. Good job, Wes. You've helped out our priest friend. And now that you've done that, maybe we could go and explore the tunnel some more. We don't technically need this northern map, because we're not really doing anything in the Dragon Barrow right now, but I don't like having unlocked, uncovered map areas. I want to be able to see everything. Ooh, shiny. Don't mind me, dragon. Just picking up your meat and running off with it. That shack is bound to have a sight of grace. Seems to be surrounded by awful dags, but it's going to have a sight of grace as well, isn't it? Maybe a merchant? Yeah, that seems familiar. Yeah. Serpent arrows for heavy poison build-up. Sounds nice. But no. Off off we go to grab our other map. So, yeah, we've not explored any of Caelid, it seems, aside from popping in to do the dragon thing. We've also not been to Summonwater Village, possibly. Have we even spoken to Alexander? Right, the lack of cheerful hellos suggests that we've at least unstuck Alexander from his hole in the ground, so that's nice. The beast eye quivers. Let's see how well Tibia Mariner does against magic attacks. Well, she runs away from them, that's fine. Epic boss fight. Truly epic. Have we still not got a second half-decent talisman to equip? It seems not. So I guess we'll pick up the turtle talisman while we're here. Stamina never goes out of fashion on anybody. Lovely, we're getting invaded. Let's see how Anastasia feels about a bunch of glint blades to the face. Wrong button. That's not how we start. Okay, they nearly all missed. That's fine. Bloody hell, she's quick. Maybe rock sling would be a better bet. Yeah, she didn't enjoy that. So some of them are hitting. Oh, that one got a good shot off. Ouch. Ouch again. Ouch again. Just mash that R1 and we got it. I didn't actually mean to switch to my sword, but hey ho. The important thing is we got the job done. Dogs. Didn't even see the buggers there. But we'll grab that lightning grease. For the bow. Maybe we'd use it at some point, I'm not sure. It's probably good against dragons if you're fighting them on horseback, which is generally the sensible option. Right, before I forget again though, we should probably also speak to Vare. Let's see, is he still down here? Because I do want to make some progress on the old Moog quest. Lovely, and some fingers. And now we can invade people. Lovely. How does this lad feel about rolling about when we cast spells at him? Is he a roller? Or is he just a normal lad? It's just a normal lad, I think. And thus, he's dead. Nice. So now back to Caelid. Doesn't seem like a sensible place to invade people, but at the same time, it does seem like somewhere we could win just by avoiding people and letting Caelid finish them off. Because I don't want to lose the runes. No, I think we'll just be sensible. We'll just stick to the road, pick up some waypoints, and then call it a day for now for Cherry Bear. Nice. Whirlow Flame. That's a spell. Sounds like an incantation, to be honest. Dogs. Dogs aren't fun. Birds also aren't fun. Whoops. I didn't actually mean to attack that bird. I just wanted to loot this chest. But instead we're going to die. That's fine. I guess. Got an explosive bolt for our troubles, though. Now we've been bopped back in the direction of the chest, at least. Got a rune up. Nice. And yeah, inevitable. Dog and bird. What a crew. Now, can I have my runes back, please, Governor? Thank you. Now, can we flee for our lives, please, Governor? Mayhap. There is another site of grace. No, there's still this cave that we've not managed to open on anybody because no one's got the keys whenever I visit. So the question is, does Cherry have the keys? The answer? No. As with everyone else, Cherry does not have the keys. But one day that fog gate will be dispelled on somebody. And we'll see what magnificent treasures it has to hide. Or perhaps I'll just look it up on a wiki. It's hard to say. Oh, jeez. Dragon's woken up. Boss music intensifies. And then fades out as we just run away. Hopefully. You gonna start fading out, boss music, please? We just want to pick up maps and sites of grace, if you don't mind. Good lad. Oh god, it's a terror bird. And it wants to eat our face. Who'd have thought it? Golden seed? Don't mind if I do. Have I missed that with everyone else? I don't remember picking that one up at any point. But yeah, let's just make our way to the next site of grace if we can. Kick off this rumble between the dogs and the soldiers. Which we will hopefully have no part in. And that waypoint, that gate, is actually active now. Isn't that just grand? If we wanted to, we could slowly acquire some runes just by sort of sitting on this rock. Is that what these lads are saying? Behold, chaos! Why is it always madness? Yep. Although those soldiers want a piece of us, it seems. You ain't seen us, right? Yeah. Just sit here for a bit and watch the rumble play out.